Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Leti and this is
Chava.
And we make custom cakes from home. Today we're going to be showing you how to make a custom cake, but this time with a twist. So tell us, Chava, how we're going to be doing this.
Alright, so today we bought a couple cakes from our local Walmart, and we're going to be teaching you guys how to make an elegant cake. Okay?
Yeah, so we're going to attempt to make a 3-tier wedding cake with these grocery store bought cakes. And so if you guys would like to see if this is actually a success or a fail, then please keep on watching this video.
Yes. Okay, y so, a toda la gente que está mirando, hoy les vamos a intentar hacer un pastel elegante con todos estos pasteles. Lo vamos a hacer de tres pisos.
Ya, so vamos a intentar hacer un pastel de bodas con estos pasteles a ver si funciona. O si gustarían saber si sí funciona, por favor sigan mirando este video. Ahora aquí tenemos 5 pasteles y vamos a intentar, como dijimos, de hacer 3 pisos. So este sería el piso de arriba, que es de 5 pulgadas. So this would be the top tier, which is 5 inches. This flavor is vanilla with vanilla icing, and it is $5.99 per cake.
Yes.
So cuesta $5.99 por pastel, estos dos, y es de vainilla. And here tenemos el 7 pulgadas de coco, so pastel blanco con coco alrededor, y este cuesta $9.99 por pastel. This is a 7-inch, which would be our bottom tier, which is white cake with coconut filling. It has coconut shavings, and this is $9.99 per cake. And then we have quarter of a sheet here, which is vanilla cake with, well, white cake with whip.
Yeah.
We're going to attempt to make the middle tier out of this, which would be 2 6-inches. And this one was $14.99. So es un cuarto de una plancha y es de pastel blanco con whip por el medio. Entonces vamos a intentar hacer el pastel del medio con este, que sería de 6 pulgadas, que costó $14.99. Is that we've watched a lot of these videos because they've been trending on YouTube, and basically what they do is only use the bread and take off everything and make a whole custom cake just using the bread from the store. Yeah. So we want to make it easier for you guys and make you use the most out of the cake, right?
Yeah, pretty much, because if you take off everything, you have a big chance of ruining your cake, because you could take off the bread and you know, it rips apart, stuff like that. So you don't have to do nothing but take off the top.
So básicamente lo que estamos diciendo es que hemos visto muchos videos de este tipo, y básicamente lo que hace la gente es que usa nomás el pan y hacen el pastel como completo desde cero. Y Chava quiere hacerlo más fácil para ustedes, para que usen lo más posible de que lo que tiene el pastel de una vez y no tengan que hacerlo.
No tengan que limpiar todo y quitar la crema, y es mucho, it's too dirty too, you know? Mucho cochinero también. So
Chava les va a enseñar cómo él lo va a hacer y cómo él piensa que funcionaría para un pastel de bodas último minuto. So hay que ver cómo nos va. Okay guys, so we're going to begin with our bottom tier, which is the coconut cake.
Like I said, I'm not going to try to take off too much.
Vamos a comenzar con el pastel de mero abajo, que es el pastel de coco.
Como estaba diciendo, voy a tratar de quitarle lo más poco que pueda, para que no tengan que quitarle todo. So what you have to do pretty much is just try and level it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time I'm scraping it. There it is. And so now what we're gonna put this on a board, like the big board, this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on top of this.
Okay, so va a agregar el pastel a nuestra base. Alright guys, so now that we have our cake on our board, Chava's gonna go ahead and add the whip. Which whip are you using?
So we got Pastry Pride, the Premier, the purple box.
This is the whip that we usually use. If you know, we already have a video on it. And we have a lot of whip options that you can choose from that video. But if you really want something from Walmart, you can use
heavy cream or Cool Whip. You can use either or.
So estamos usando la caja morada de Smart&Final, que es Pastry Pride. Ustedes ya saben que tenemos un video, y en ese video pueden usar cualquier crema de ese. Quieren ir a otra tienda y quieren comprar una crema de la Walmart, pueden usar la Cool Whip or
a Cool Whip or la heavy cream. So alright, we're gonna start, okay? So right here I have my 21-inch bag, the piping bag, and I'm just adding the whip in there, okay? Yeah, and as for the tip, this is tip number 357.
You can basically use whichever one, guys, as long as it has a big hole.
So what I'm trying to do here is I'm gonna try to put a thick layer of whip that it covers everything, the little details on this cake, okay?
Para no tener que remover todo el pastel, va a intentar hacerle una pasada gruesa de la whip para que pueda cubrir todo ese detalle.
Yeah.
Y eso lo hace más fácil para ustedes, para que no tengan que quitarle todo y empezar de cero.
Yeah. And so now we have our smoothers, but I like to use this one for our whip. Alright, so we already gave it the first one. You don't have to perfect it right now because we're still gonna add the other one on top. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and now I'm gonna go with this one. Basically, you don't have to put that one, but if you want your cake to be taller.
So ahora va a alisar la segunda parte, la que va a ir arriba. Ya ve que nosotros siempre usamos dos pasteles para que esté alto. Técnicamente no tienen que usar dos, pero para que se vea como un pastel de boda y más bonito, recomendamos que agarren dos.
Como lo hicimos al otro, le vamos a quitar lo de arriba.
So just like the first one, we'll go ahead and remove all the top part.
Alright, so we took off the top already. What you do is just smooth it so that way it could be leveled, and you can add this cake on top of that one, okay? So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do that. Alright, so we're gonna lift this one up.
Van a quitarle el cartón de este porque va a ser la parte de arriba.
Lo vas a tener que poner en el mero centro.
If you guys would like, you guys can add filling. You know, we usually add filling to our cake. But since this already has coconut shavings, that would kind of play as the filling, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, nosotros ya saben que siempre en medio de dos pasteles le echamos relleno, pero como este ya tiene el coco alrededor, va a como actuar como si fuera el relleno. So, no le vamos a echar relleno a este, ¿ok?
Yeah. Ok, so ya lo puse arriba. Básicamente lo que voy a hacer es tratar de ponerle crema también a este y para darle la pasada, ¿ok?
So basically he's gonna go ahead and add another layer of, thick layer of whipped cream to the top one so that he can even it out.
I'm gonna add a little bit of hot water. Obviously it says water. So I'm just gonna spray it so it can smooth it out.
So this is a little trick. A lot of people were shook when they saw do this in another video. He sprays water and it helps the whip literally smooth out. Él echa agua caliente para que le ayude a alisar el pastel.
So lo voy a poner poquito más aquí. Si miran, le falta poquito ahí.
Yeah.
So le voy a poner poquito más crema, ¿ok?
So he's gonna go ahead and fill in that little gap. No, his looks super smooth. He could literally leave it like that as a plain white cake. But I want my cake to have a little design, so you don't have to perfect it.
Like she was saying, you don't have to make it super sharp, you don't have to make it super perfect. So como le estaba diciendo, no tiene que estar perfecto, porque lo que vamos a ponerle, le vamos a hacer un diseño así como de rustic. Alright, so we're gonna grab one of these spatulas. What we're gonna do is, we're just gonna like lightly touch it, okay? Don't push it in, because you're gonna, if you push it all the way in, you're gonna be able to see all the coconut. That's pretty much it. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the 6-inch cake. We're gonna scrape off the top so that we can cut out our cake, okay? We're gonna get 2 6 inches.
So con este pastel vamos a hacer el pastel del medio y vamos a sacarle dos pasteles de 6 pulgadas y nomás le va a quitar lo de arriba para que esté más fácil de cortarlo.
So I took it all off, see? We're gonna get a 6-inch board, or you could grab a 6-inch pan if you have one. Whatever that's 6 inches round, throw it on top of this and you cut
Te
it.
pueden poner cualquier cosa que sea 6 pulgadas, sea una charola, un papel,
Para que puedas trazarlo.
para que sea su guía.
Yeah. Cool. And now, we're just gonna take off the pieces that we don't want. Alright, so we have our cakes right there. These are 6 inches each. And you'll see I'm going to put some filling on top of one of them and then put the other one on top.
This is basically the only one that we're pretty much kind of only using the bread for.
But basically that's what I was saying. If you get a lot of those sheets and just make the cake like other people do, look how dirty it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was trying to show you guys so that you don't have to take off all this stuff and it could just be like cake
easier
after
on
cake
you,
and,
yeah.
like I did the other one, okay? So básicamente es lo que le estaba diciendo, que no quería hacer un cochinero, así de tantos pasteles, sacar pasteles redondos.
Yeah,
okay?
porque en muchos videos compran puros de estos y sacan puros pasteles redondos y nomás usan el pan y lo decoran como ellos quieren.
Yeah, obviamente es cualquier puede hacer eso, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
Y te vas a tardar mucho.
So está haciéndolo en un modo más fácil.
Yeah. Alright, so what we have here is an 8-inch board.
Un cartón de 8 pulgadas, necesitas algo un poquito más grande que el de 6 pulgadas para ponerle la crema.
Yeah. Voy a poner un pastel de 6 pulgadas que ya cortamos con todo y el cartón. Y solo voy a agregar el relleno.
Que en realidad puede ser lo que ustedes quieran.
Yeah.
Pero nosotros nomás vamos a hacerlo plain y simple whip.
Alright, so we already added the filling. We want it to be kind of tall, so we added a little bit extra. I have a board under this. I'm gonna add it to the top now, okay? Like this. Alright, so we added our filling and I put the cake on top already. And what we want to do now is make sure that it's level, okay? So we're gonna look at it, turn it, and kind of press on the side that you want it to be pressed on, you know?
Ahora lo que está haciendo es asegurándose que esté anivelado. So nomás lo miras y le puchas para que lo niveles.
Yeah. Alright, so we have our 6-inch already. We already added filling and we leveled it. So now what we're gonna do is try and fill in the gaps. And with our spatula, we're gonna smooth the sides, okay? And it has a little gap on the bottom. So let's try and fill that in too, okay? So there, it's clean. Now we're gonna add our first layer of
Dang.
Alright, so there.
Who's the cake boss?
Cool, so we're gonna put it in the fridge and we're gonna do the next one, okay? Alright, so we're gonna grab our 5-inch cakes. Now what we're gonna do with these is take off only the top, this little swirls, okay? And like I said, we're just trying to level the top, okay?
So for this one, we're pretty much gonna leave the side confetti because, like you guys saw, he's gonna put a thick layer of the whip over it, and it's gonna act as filling, so like a little crunch, you know? Yeah. I see a lot of people add sprinkles or stuff like that to their filling, so it won't make a difference when people bite into it. En este nomás le va a quitar lo de arriba para nivelarlo y le va a dejar las cosas de lado, como le va a agregar una pasada de crema gruesa.
Yeah.
Y va a servir igual como un relleno.
Okay, so también le vamos a quitar a esta. Alright, so we got a 6-inch board. Like I said, you need the board to be a little bit bigger than the 5-inch, okay? And now we're gonna put our 5-inch. Just put a little bit of whip. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of whip on top just to level it.
And honestly, looking at this cake, there's so many possibilities of what you can do. Like if you didn't want to cover it, you can always like paint it gold, the 6-inch, and make it like a sequence top tier, or like paint it silver, you know? It just you could do so much with this. I could already see like that would be a nice cake too, depending on the type of wedding you're having and depending on the look you're going for.
Yeah, depending on what you have in hand, you know?
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're doing this, it's because you have a last minute.
Yeah, so you might not have the highlighter dust and stuff like that. But if you did, you could always do that.
Okay, so we're gonna put our top one, which is this one. So we're gonna flip it, take off the board.
Wow.
Awesome, right? And we're just gonna make sure that it's like the same as the bottom. So ahora sí le vamos a poner la crema.
Now we're gonna go ahead and add the whip. And like I said, if it's smooth enough for you guys could leave it plain, like plain all white. You can do so much with it. You can do the design like diagonally. vertically. I like this one, or they could even just like go like for rustic look, you know, like when they just go like ta, ta, ta.
Yeah. How? Ta, ta, ta. Yeah. I've never seen that design. Alright, so there it is.
Woo! So now we're ready to stack it, you guys.
Yep.
Alright, you guys, so here are 3 tiers. Oh my god, they look so good. Aquí están los tres pasteles. Ahora lo vamos a armar. So we're gonna go ahead and stack it, you guys. They look so good. I can't. Se ven tan bonitos.
It's crazy how they come out. They
Se ve como si Chava los hizo él. Like, well, sí los hizo él, pero you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm shook. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna stack it, and what you're gonna need for this, so that the cake, like the cake's secure, you could either use boba straws, you could use the plastic rods by Wilton, or you could use this wooden rod.
Yeah.
And I think the most secure ones are these, because they're like thick, and they won't bend easily, you know? We're gonna put 3 rods on each one. Alright, so let's see how big we need it. And now we're gonna cut it to where we need it, okay? It's easier to cut it, you could just cut them with a serrated knife, okay? Alright, so we have our 3 rods. And now we're gonna put the rods on this one, okay?
Ahora lo va a hacer en este.
So, aquí lo vamos a saquear aquí, lo vamos a quitar poquito de abajo, mira, fíjate, así, para que puedas agarrarlo del cartón, ¿ok?
So you guys, this part is crucial. So you're gonna take off a little bit of the whip at the bottom so you can grab it from the carton that it has. And it's like, this part is really crucial because you can literally mess up your cake.
Yeah.
So esto tienen que tener mucho cuidado porque esta parte puede arruinar el pastel. Tan tan tan. Que es por eso que siempre recomendamos que compren su pastel y paguen por delivery, you know? We always recommend you buy your cake, even though this is a cool like little challenge. Yeah, always buy your cake and pay for transportation, you guys.
Alright, so we're gonna add some whip on each rod. In case it's not at level, you can push it a little bit down on each side, you know? And with this, we're gonna lift it up. You see how I'm lifting it up, and I can grab it.
Wait, it's so like too close to.
Alright, so we're gonna see if it's level. And don't worry about the gap right here. I'm gonna try and put a little trim, okay? So yeah, it looks level. And if it's not, you can just always push it like this, you get me? Like push it on whatever side you need to. Now we're gonna grab our other cake, 5-inch.
You don't need to put rods on this one because nothing's gonna be going on top of this one.
Yeah, unless you have another tier, then you can put rods on this one too.
En este no le tienen que poner los palitos porque nada va a ir arriba de este.
Yeah.
Pero si tuvieran como otro que iba a ir arriba, entonces sí. Oh my god, it looks so tall. It looks so cute already. Do you guys see what we're saying? Like it's almost like looks like almost the same size. There's barely any space.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We worked with what we had and it looks really good. It's super tall, super straight. I know he makes it look easy, you guys, but you guys don't want to have the responsibility of having to transport the cake on your wedding day, having to, you know, stack it on your wedding day because you might not want to take it like this in the car all the way over there. And yeah, just order your wedding cakes, you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I said, it's a fun challenge, but we always said Chava's gonna make our wedding cake, so don't be getting any ideas just because you saw this cake. No, you guys, I want a fake cake. That way he can make it in advance. So if you guys would like to see a video on him making a huge fake wedding cake, like with dummies, then don't forget to comment down below.
Alright, so we're gonna put it on top of this, our turntable, so we can add our little trim, okay?
Slowly, slowly.
Oh, you're all nervous, yo. It's just super fragile, yo. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't look that bad.
So I'm just gonna...
It's just the top one.
Push it a little bit down. Alright, so we have our piping bag and we're gonna add a little trim to the whole cake.
Alright guys, so he went ahead and added the trim. I don't like trims on cakes, but this one really needed it because of the, you could see the board, and he used tip number 21. So, we went ahead and bought some flowers to add to it, so that way it could be like, you know, weddings, flowers, whatever. So we got them at Walmart. I don't remember the price, but maybe like $3 each of them, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and add them on the cake, and you can literally do however you want. You can do it all over the cake, like to the front, or how, like, or maybe just on top. Like, you could literally do so much with it. Yeah, it just depends on your liking. So I'll go ahead and add the flowers and then be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and added the flowers. I decided to do it like bang, bang, bang. But like I said, you could do it anyway. I much used all 4 bunches and I only have 2 roses left. But I'm not gonna add any to the top because we're gonna add a topper. So show them the topper that we got. This topper, we got it at Michael's for $9.99. We looked for one at Walmart, but they didn't really have any good ones, huh? But I think that was just our local Walmart because they have like a wedding section. You could probably find a good one.
Yeah.
This one's cute though.
No, we should add it.
Look at that, you guys. It literally looks like a wedding cake that you could literally sell, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright guys, so we pulled up a chart on Pinterest and it tells us that the bottom tier would feed about 16 people, right? The middle one like 12 and the top one like 7. It's like 30 something people, but wedding cakes you always give a smaller serving, so it could honestly, looking at this cake, we would probably say it could feed up to 50 people.
Yeah, pretty much. You got it right.
Yeah, in a wedding, like, you know.
Alright, so básicamente este pastel puede ser como para unas 50 personas si lo cortan bien.
En internet nos sacamos como una lista que nos dice como cuántas personas sirve cada size y básicamente salió que era como unas 35 a 40, pero en las bodas siempre se hace el pedazo más chico, so nosotros pensamos que pudiéramos sacarle aunque sea 50, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Alright guys, and we also went ahead and added like how much we spent on supplies approximately. Said like the price of everything throughout the video, but approximately including the board and the rods and the flowers and the topper and the whip that we use, which is $15. It could always change depending on what whip and rods you use. It came out to be $90, so $89.99. So básicamente estábamos diciéndoles que agregamos todo lo que gastamos. En el video pusimos los precios para todo, pero sumando el topper, la crema que usamos, que la de nosotros cuesta $15, dependiendo de la que ustedes usen, las flores, nos salió todo a $89.99, so como $90. When a lot of people ask us to help the pricing, we can't really make a pricing video because it all depends. It's so many factors go into pricing, right? Like supplies, his work, delivery, the time that you take to talk to people, like
how detailed it is, how
and this is as basic as it gets.
Yeah.
And think about it, as basic as it gets, $90. But do you want to take the risk and have the hassle of delivering it yourself? Si gustarían like ustedes a intentarlo hacerlo para su boda, ya se ahorrarían $200, pero no tendrían la paz de saber que va a llegar el pastel bien y siempre confíen en los profesionales y si dicen, oh, cobran mucho todo por una boda, fíjense todo el trabajo que hizo y tiene que mantener el pastel fresco y que le sepa bueno y que llegue bonito y que se quede bonito, ¿me entiendes?
La parte más difícil es llevarlo, porque obviamente si estaban viendo, aquí lo estaban moviendo poquitito y se estaba moviendo, ¿me entiendes? So, si tú piensas llevarlo, like, vas a ver bien cómo está la cosa cuando llevas un pastel y vas a decir, oh wow, like, ya sé por qué cobran like, mucho por llevarlo, you know?
Yeah guys, so we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And who wants to see a video, like a cake off of me and Chava to see who can make the best cake out of a store-bought cake? That's a cool idea. So if you guys would like to see that video, just comment down below and we'll go ahead and do that for you guys. So you can see someone who doesn't know how to make cakes to see if they could actually make something out of a store-bought cake.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support and love, and we'll see you guys in our next one. Bye.